Mannequin with your hands on the chest. Get ready and begin. Put the mask over the mannequin's mouth and nose. Tilt the head and lift the chin while pressing the mask against the mannequin's face. Now that you've got the mask positioned, give 2 breaths while watching for chest rise. After giving the breath, set the mask next to the mannequin's head and go back to the position to give compressions. Let's try once again, but at regular speed. Place the mask and open the airway. Give a breath. Give a breath. Place your hands back to the chest. Let's try one last time. Place the mask and open the airway. Give a breath. Give a breath. Place your hands back to the chest.
Just make sure that when you're doing the rescue breaths, that it doesn't go longer than 10 seconds. And you have to go back to compressions.
Okay.
And then,
So 2 quick breaths and then back to 30.
yes. And if you don't see the chest rise, then just reopen the airway and to give 2 rescue breaths, but no more than 10 seconds, and then go back to compressions.
Okay.
Okay, now I'll show you the AED. You're going to keep doing the sets of compressions and rescue breaths until the AED comes. And once the AED comes, go ahead and open it right away and turn on the button. It should be clearly labeled. And then you're going to open the pouch with the patch
Apply pads to patient's bare chest.
and just follow the prompts.
Plug in pads connector next to flashing light.
And just follow the patches also. It tells you where it goes.
Apply pads. Plug in connector.
Those things save people's lives.
Analyzing heart rhythm. Do not touch the patient. Shock advised. Charging. Stay clear of patient.
You have to verbalize, stay clear.
Deliver shock now. Press the orange button now. Shock delivered. Paused. Begin CPR.
Okay, and then you just do your compressions. And I'll let you guys try it. Yeah, I don't think there's a video for it, sorry.
Okay. Maybe this one's dead.
So that one's faulty, please, sorry about that. I'll let you practice on this
It's
one.
okay.
Analyzing heart rhythm. Do not touch the patient. Apply pads to patient's bare chest. Plug in pads connector next to flashing light. Analyzing heart rhythm. Do not touch the patient.
It only goes in one way, right? The connector.
Shock advised. Charging. Stay clear of patient.
You just verbalize, stay clear.
Deliver shock now.
Stay clear.
Press the orange button now. Shock delivered. Paused. Begin CPR.
You can try.
You remove the pads before you begin CPR again?
No, you just leave it on because it's going to keep analyzing the rhythm.
Yes, ma'am.
Heart. What it's doing is shocking the heart, so it'll reinstate the rhythm of the heart. It'll go back to what it's supposed to do.
Turn the light.
Apply pads to patient's bare chest. Plug in pads connector next to flashing light. Apply pads. Plug-in connector.
Patches.
Analyzing heart rhythm.
Patch is supposed to be below.
Do
the-
not touch the patient.
Oh, don't touch.
Sorry.
Shock advised. Charging. Stay clear of patient. Deliver shock now. Press shock delivered. Paused. Begin CPR.
Except for that, after you learn, okay, you just learn compressions, giving 2 breaths, rescue breaths, and then the AED. Now we're gonna talk about how to handle an emergency. Once you see a person collapses, what's normally the reaction, the first reaction?
People just look and stare like this. You want to go see if they're okay.
Yeah, people usually approach the person, but before you approach the person, you have to make sure that the scene is safe. So for the skill test, you have to just verbalize the scene is safe, okay, and then you kneel next to the person, and then you're gonna tap them to see if they respond. Tap them as hard. You have to wake them up because maybe they're just sleeping. And if they don't respond, then you raise the alarm, you call for help, and then you just tell somebody, if you see a bystander, just tell them call 911 and get an AED. Make sure that you tell them to get an AED and call 911. After that, you're gonna make sure if the person is breathing, no more than 10 seconds or no more than 5 seconds. And if you're not sure if the member is breathing normally, just go ahead and proceed with the CPR. If you think that the member is breathing normal, then all you have to do is put them on a recovery position. Okay. But we're gonna assume he's not breathing. So you're gonna go ahead and start your 30 compressions and then the 2 rescue breaths. Okay.
So if he's not breathing, is there anything else you check?
Let's say this
You
on the
check
most
for pulse or anything?
No, that's not on the most current
Oh, okay.
training guides anymore.
So they changed it up?
They changed it.
Okay.
I guess it's not that necessary. Because even if you're not sure, just go ahead and do the CPR
Okay.
to save the person's life.
And did they change it from the whole finding that crest crap that you can't ever find to just the middle of the chest?
I think so.
Okay.
But I have to double check to
Okay.
see.
Wow.
I'll let you know.
It's been a while.
I think it was like where the nipples are, just like right in the middle.
Okay.
Oh.
Middle of the-
Because, 2 years is a long time.
But I remember I used to be able to check the And then we're gonna put it all together, assessing the emergency and then doing the compressions. You can get in. Stand by. You're gonna.
If you find a person who may be ill or injured, first, check to be sure the scene is safe.
Just
Then
verbalize it.
make sure the person is lying on his back on a firm, flat surface. Sir, are you okay?
Hey, you okay, buddy?
And check to see if the person responds. If not, then yell for help. Help! I need
Help.
help. If
Call
someone
911,
comes,
call it.
send that person to call the emergency response number and get an AED. You
Call 911.
Hey, call 911
check
today.
for breathing for at least 5 seconds, but no more than 10 seconds. If the person isn't breathing or is only gasping, move clothes out of the way and give 5 sets of 30 compressions and 2 breaths. Keep in mind that if no one comes to help you, you'll have to call for help and get the AED yourself. Now, open the airway and give 2 breaths with a mask. Watch for the chest to rise and reposition the mask if necessary. Repeat,